put this between us so you can look at it. Caleb Scott, you know who he is?
Yes.
What number is he?
Don't know.
Ring off 22, 14, 26.
Caleb's 26.
Miguel Tim. Luke Rooney.
He's the
Tim Garnis. I know who he is.
Probably distantly related to Ray.
Got it? Let's start the clock this time.
Yes.
And we should be live. Welcome to the third game of the final night of the Desert Diamond Cup. I'm John Perlman. Alongside of me, Guy Bell.
Good evening, John.
And kickoff is now. Rooney back to Miguel Tim. Outside to Caleb Scott, the former FC Tucson man. All the way back to Daniel Antunez. Out to Julian Ringhoff. And once he plays Peter Kelly, you'll have the back four for Arizona United. Arizona United's going to also have Chris Cortez. Here's a number 9. Luke Rooney will play the DCM, along with Blair Gavin in the middle there with Miguel Tim. On the outside, Tony Cassio, Chris Cortez up high, and Sam Garza is the number 9 with goalkeeper Trey Mitchell, number 13. For the Colorado Rapids, from right to left in the back, you're going to have, looks like Eric Miller playing the right back, Bobby Burling right center back, Axel Schuberg will play the left center back, and your left back's Mikhail Williams. Okay, Michael Zero will be your holding midfielder, along with Jared Watts and Dylan Powers in front. Your number 9 will be Kevin Doyle, and he will be partnered with the new man and the man that everyone's very excited about, Shakel Zingashi, as well as Dominic Baji playing on the right side. Shakel Zingashi, Guy Bell, thoughts on him? Talk a little bit about that player.
Yes, I watched him a little bit in practice yesterday. Very, very technical guy, Albanian, as you'd expect. Played at a pretty high level coming out of the Swiss First Division. Looking forward to watching him play in tonight's game.
Well held there by the goalkeeper tonight, number 18, Zach McMath. Rumors swirling around about the potential of a Tim Howard sign, but Zach McMath has been quite solid for my money here in the preseason. He can't be faulted for any of those 3 penalty kicks, can he? In the previous game, which was nothing short of a nightmare for the Colorado Rapids against Sporting Kansas City after what I thought was a bright start from them.
Yeah, I would agree. I think McMath has been one of Colorado's standout players in the last season or two. And he's having another good preseason with them too.
Kevin Doyle against Julian Ringhoff. No foul there. Ringhoff deals with that. Good touch there by Blair Gavin, but it's given away cheaply. Gashi finds it. Back. A 2-man game here right now with Jared Watts. Eric Miller. Back to Powers. Dylan Powers. Talisman, as far as I'm concerned, from the midfield for the Colorado Rapids. Along with Watts. Looking for a good performance from him tonight. Gavin controls, finds Garza, who lays it back to Ringhoff. Ringhoff going to go across back to Daniel Antunez, who's playing in the central midfield against FC Tucson. And the early pressure from Baji strips Caleb Scott, but it's a throw-in for Arizona United. Beautiful night here in Tucson, Arizona. 4th day of the Desert Diamond Cup, final night. It's all coming down to these final games, and A little bit of a reckless challenge there by Luke Rooney. The referee pulling Luke Rooney aside, and Gashi is none too impressed with the Englishman there. Thoughts on that challenge, Guy Bell?
Yes, that looked like a typical English hello there, John. Just to let Gashi know that Rooney's going to be in
that was what we call, I guess, the Crawley Town Special, as that was Rooney's former club.
Exactly.
Away it goes, looking for Gashi here, and this is problematic. And falls for a goal kick. Well, Gashi's well into this match early, and I think that's going to be a good thing for Coach Pablo Mastroianni and his Colorado staff. Frank Yallop is at the helm for Arizona United, former MLS champion, Los Angeles Galaxy, former San Jose Earthquake coach, as well as Chicago Fire. And it's kicked forward by Trey Mitchell, and Burling challenges but manages only to flick on to his compatriot, Eric Miller, falling to Luke Rooney here. Dylan Powers and off of Blair Gavin there. We could be looking at a potential starting 11 here for Arizona United and for Colorado, so this is exciting to watch. Mikhail Williams knocked out by Sam Garza. And there's plenty of quality on this field, Guy Bell, and hopefully we'll see some goals and some exciting interplay.
Yes, it's going to be very interesting to see
just as I say that, Cortez gets the ball passed to him by a errant Mikhail Williams pass. Cortez draws the foul from Burling.
And as you say, John, it'll be interesting to see the difference between the lower level USL guys playing the Major League Soccer Colorado Rapids here. So I'm looking forward to the contest and to see if the USL guys can hang with the MLS players.
As usual, the fight over the free kick ensues, but I think this is going to be Luke Rooney.
I think the Englishman will fancy his chances from this distance, John.
Looks like he's about a little bit past 25 out, maybe. This could be a dipping ball to the far post, or it could be a near post drive. Options galore here from this position. Two guys on the ball here. He's joined by his compatriot there, number 25, Chris Cortez. Rooney with a beautiful free kick. Oh, and it's pawed off the bar by Zach McMath. Beautiful free kick by Luke Rooney. And Zach McMath up to the challenge, Guy.
No, he absolutely got a hand on that. The big goalkeeper just got enough on it to put it onto the crossbar, and then the ball bounced away to safety. Great free kick, though, from the English kid, Rooney.
Good turn by Peter Kelly there, dropping his shoulder, and Gashi deposits him on the turf. Rooney on the ball, and I've watched Rooney for 3 games now, and I'll tell you, this is a hard man, but a skillful man as well. Pings a beautiful ball, can bend a good ball in as well. As you can see, it was his range of passing there as Caleb Scott manages to get a header and does a good job there to earn a throw-in. Cross in here, and a good run there by Sam Garza. Cortez unable to get a hold of it. Burling unable to get a hold of it. And a good step here by Zira. Zira topos it out to Gashi. Gashi's looking, holds wisely. Gashi, very cerebral, the Albanian. Owen gives it away cheaply there. But a good touch from Michael Zira there stepping in. Watts finds Gashi. Oh, a good 1-2 combo there with Kevin Doyle. And that partnership has got to flourish if the Colorado Rapids are to see themselves into a playoff spot this year.
Yeah, I agree. That was almost a really nice 1-2 there. The two big-time pros
Antunes
from
picks
Europe.
out an excellent ball to Sam Garza here. Peter Kelly looking for Cortez, finds him. Rooney, good interplay there. Burling chases, finds McMath. Burling shows wide. Does a good job of playing out here to Mikhail Williams. Williams steps on to find his holding midfielder, Michael Zira, the former Sounders man. Again, looking for an expanded role here with the Rapids, and so far in the preseason, he has been their number 6. Zira finds the wide Eric Miller. A little bit too firm for Bashi, but just the right pace for Kevin Doyle, who presses Daniel Antunes and wins a throw-in. Oh, no, it's a deflection. And United will take the throw-in deep in their end.
We're off to a good frenetic start here, John. Two very, very athletic
Yeah, high
teams.
intensity here. I mean,
Yep.
the stakes are high for Colorado. It's been a rough start to their preseason, and they certainly don't want a repeat performance where they were defeated by Swope Park Rangers. So I can tell that the intensity is there today, and obviously, skin of their teeth, they're on that free kick, Guy Bell.
Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic effort from Rooney and a great, great save from McGath in the end.
Schuberg uses the wedge there when he really needed the 3-iron, and out of bounds for a throw-in right next to Frank Yallop. Scott throws in, flicked on by Rooney, but only as far as Eric Miller. And a good bit here, Dylan Powers looking for Gashi. No advantage there, and a good sliding challenge by Ringoff is negated by the ball being pulled back for a free kick for the Rapids. Powers is a player I like, and you know, I think with Colorado struggling so badly, he's a player I'd like to see. I think deserves a call into the national team. I'm being honest with you.
No, I agree with you. I think
good ball here out wide though. Williams tries it, but only directly into the waiting arms of Trey Mitchell, who holds well.
Yeah, going back to your point about Dylan, he's a very, very good player. Great career at Notre Dame, been a standout. Just got back from a 2-week stint over in England on trial with Reading, apparently. So, very, very good player. And I think you're right, knocking on the door for a call-up for Jürgen Klinsmann's national team.
Good win by Schuberg, and that's the kind of ball that Dylan Powers has got to play in between Caleb Scott. A good run by Gashi, but a good block, a late block challenge there by the United center back. And Antonez gives it away under good pressure from Dylan Powers. Perfect night for football. You know, considering the amount of practice and play on this pitch, it looks in very, very good shape. That shouldn't be an issue, and it hasn't been. The fields have been remarkable here all preseason, both fields. And it's really a shout out to the Pima County staff here in the Stadium District. What a great job they've done. A 0 forward to Miller and out of bounds. Caleb Scott chases, plays all the way back to Trey Mitchell. Out to ring off the former USD man, former Rochester Rhino. Miguel Tim, the South African, dropping in there. See if he can pick up the ball. Start some possession here. Cortez, poor touch, but it does get to Garza. A good job by Watts. Colorado pressing, pinching here. Trying to win the ball in their half of the field so they can get forward quickly. And Miller pressures in a good turn by Tony Cassio, the former Rapids man and former Houston Dynamo man. 11th minute here in Tucson, Arizona. Night has fallen. Third game of 4 tonight at the Desert Diamond Cup. Colorado Rapids against Arizona United. The team from Phoenix. So far, so good for them. Win over FC Tucson, a draw with Swope Park Rangers. And wow, the USL Pro teams have truly acquitted themselves well in this tournament.
No, I agree, John. There's some very, very good young players who are looking to just showcase themselves, and they get great opportunities here to play against their MLS counterparts. And a lot of them have really shown up and worked very hard and played at a high level.
Schuberg back to McMath. Watts picks it up deep in his half. Loops it up there for Doyle. Does a good job to win the initial ball. Second ball is won by United, but only as far as Schuberg again. And we're in the midst of a volleyball game here. Finally brought down here and controlled by Bobby Burling. Slips it wide to Eric Miller, the former Montreal Impact man, looking to solidify himself as a right or left back here for Coach Mastroianni. Rooney tries a teasing ball bent in there, but it's cleared, but only as far as Rooney again, who switches it well here to Peter Kelly. The former St. Louis man looks to get a cross in, but it's blocked by Mikael Williams. Peter Kelly, former FC Tucson man. Great to see him, you know, having so much success, excelling here for Arizona United. Coming off a season with St. Louis FC. Didn't quite work out there for him, and with a new start at Arizona United. I'm sure he'd love to solidify his spot as the right back here on this team. Over the top here, Antunes and Ringoff looking to share the ball there, and it goes all the way back to Trey Mitchell. So 2 ex-FC Tucson guys at the outside back here. Exciting for the FC Tucson program to be pushing players on to the next level. And it's great for these guys to be playing back in front of their home fans. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of booing from the Cactus Pricks here of Arizona United, but they're certainly not going to be booing Peter Kelly and Caleb Scott, who were instrumental parts in playoff runs in 2014 and 2015, respectively. Schuberg finds Azira. Schuberg and Azira being pressed. Watts is able to turn here. And Gashi runs behind. Caleb Scott, definitely the fastest man on the park here. He's able to run him down. You're not going to have too much luck with through balls against Caleb Scott. It's got to be combination play.
Yeah, you're right, John. Tremendous athlete, the young Canadian lad. Superb closing speed, and as you saw there, first to the ball by a few yards there over Gashi.
The youngster, as good a 40 time as I've seen here, running against our former FC Tucson man, Devontae DuBose, who was a ACC track star for Virginia Tech, and the two of them raced it off, and I'll tell you, those were two flyers, and speed never has a bad day, as they say, but it's a good opportunity for the young kid from BC. Burling tries to grab there, and this is a good opportunity for Peter Kelly. Kelly, oh, great ball in, and a big-time save by Zach McMath on Tony Cassio. And the back four of Colorado Rapids still not being able to find the rhythm with each other.
You know, it was a very, very good break. It switched the field of play there with Kelly coming onto the ball, and a nice little ball into the box, and a good, clean strike on goal. Another good save by McGath.
I'll tell you, if McMath ends up as a number 2, he will again be maybe the best 2 in the league. I'll tell you, he did well for the Union as a 1. He's done well every time, and I like him a lot. I just like him.
Very, very.
And in summary, I like him. Ringoff drives forward looking for Cortez, but cut out there by the Colorado midfielder. And a good quick ball here. And Ringoff is beat here by Doyle. Doyle's going to look to take him on here in the box, waiting for some help. Comes out to Powers. Powers to Azira. Azira. Oh, a good strike and sliding across. Looks like there's maybe a touch there and a corner kick for the Colorado Rapids. And I'm telling you, this game has no chance of going scoreless based on what we've seen in the first 20 or so minutes.
Now, tremendous tackle by Blake Gavin, putting his body on the line there, just getting a toe on the ball, and then the ball flashed by the left-hand post for a corner to the Rapids.
And a goal there for the Colorado Rapids. Off the set piece there. And we're going to confirm the goal scorer here very shortly. As soon as we get that goal scorer, we'll confirm that for you. We're having a couple technical adjustments here during that sequence. But the Rapids jump out in front 1-0 here. And Colorado's off and running again. Gashi steps in front. And Peter Kelly just does enough to get back as Trey Mitchell smothers it. As soon as we get that goal confirmation, we're going to get that out to you. 17.5 minutes here in at Kino North Stadium. Michael Azira controls as the Rapids control this game so far with a 1-0 advantage. Azira Powers surging forward with Gashi. Gashi wide to Mikael Williams. And a good sliding challenge there by the right back, Peter Kelly. Looks like it's an own goal by Arizona defender number 17 there. And we'll get the confirmation for you on that's off of 17th minute maybe. Looks like a 17th minute goal. So it was an own goal. We don't know who quite that bounced off of. But that's off the Dylan Powers corner kick. And offsides here. Ball driven away there by Trey Mitchell. Cale Williams has it high, but not far, and knees it over to controlled by Blair Gavin. To Ringhoff, the German. Drives it forward. Cortez looking to hold, and Schuberg just pops over him. A little bit harried here right now, and Rooney comes flying across, toe poking it away. One by Gashi there. Doyle runs onto it, crashing in with Dominic Baji. Miguel Tim finds Gavin. Rooney fouled by Azira.
Yeah, nice move by Arizona here.
Movement here by
box.
United. Cortez looking to spin out of it, but unable to. And Powers plays it forward to Baji, and it's off to the races for Baji. And this is a good matchup for Baji. He's going to go pure speed here. And a good job by Ringhoff to get it back. And oh, Trey Mitchell mishandles that.
A little heavy on the back touch there from the big German. Luckily for the goalkeeper, it goes out for a corner.
Opportunity here again. Looks like Gashi's on this ball. Bending in from the left side. Schuberg, obviously, the 6'6" giant from Marquette, looking to be the one to head this in.
Looking to make a nuisance of himself in the box, Schuberg.
And a good hold there by Trey Mitchell. Redemption is sweet when you're make a mistouch like that, isn't it, Guy? Mitchell smashes it forward. Gar's unable to control. It does end up with Miguel Tim. And Luke Rooney finds Caleb Scott. Scott looking to overlap Casio, but it goes back in. And Rooney pings it, and he has an excellent range of passing. Kelly pulls it, but is unable. That square ball got cut out there, all the way out to Caleb Scott. Scott playing the two-man game with Miguel Tim. South African drops it back to Daniel Antonez, the veteran. Ringhoff finds Gavin. Out to Kelly. Kelly finds Gavin. Carl a little bit on the back foot here. Garza stepping in front. Good ball in. Cortez a little too fancy there. Maybe a quick turn on the ground would have suited him better. Doyle, good win, and finds the forearm of Daniel Antonez.
Heavy challenge there from the centre back. A little unnecessary, I think, there, John. Ball was going nowhere. Doyle was going away from goal on the halfway line. We're now in the 22nd minute here. Arizona United 0, Colorado Rapids 1.
Gassi goes all the way back to Zira. Zira spins Rooney. Rooney pleading for help, but none is available, and Jared Watts switches it wide to Williams. Williams moving forward, finds Powers. Powers and Watts very comfortable with each other. Powers pings it in. I do like the 1-2 interplay there. It feels like there's good relationships there between these front four for Colorado.
Yeah, I agree. You know, Dylan Powers, everything coming through him, looking for quick balls to feet. And they are looking like they're getting some combination play.
Mitchell plays Caleb Scott. Plays out to Daniel Antonez. Antonez carrying. Rooney finds it all the way back to Gavin, who's fallen in for Antonez while he gets back. Peter Kelly, the former SIUE Cougar. Good job by Gavin here. A nice little bit of interplay in. Garza's off to the races, and finally we find Cassio again. Cassio cannot get to that ball. Good piece of play there from United.
Yeah, it's very good, composed, short, technical passes, got out of the pressure, and then moved on. And just unfortunate that Garza's long ball was a little too heavy there for Cassio to catch up to it on the far side of the field.
And the Cactus Pricks in full voice here as Azira touches it back to Powers to start play up. Azira looking, finds nothing. Powers. Watts. Schubert finds Williams. And Colorado very comfortable in possession right now, and a good ball into Powers. First touch lets him down, but manages to get it back to Azira. Watch pings it out. A good ball into Michael Williams. Williams gets a touch on it and then chops Sam Garza. A bending ball, but only straight into the hands of Trey Mitchell. Good pressure here by Azira, and he strips Tim of the ball. No foul there, and Antonez steps through. Antonez on a forging run out of the center back position, which is probably going to make Frank Yalp none too happy. And now here's the punishment. Reverse ball, but the service lets him down there, and a good stretching hold by Trey Mitchell. Gotta have a bell ball there from Zach Watts, don't we?
Yeah, it was a good delivery in. It was a nice 1-2 actually on the far side. Keeper did well to hold on to him. Trey Mitchell's been a little busier in the last few minutes in this game, John.
Cortez trying to body up on Schuberg, but Schuberg's got about a 4-inch advantage on him, as he does on pretty much anyone, even the tallest of the strikers. Rooney picks it up nicely. Kel Williams steps in. Gavin looking to switch all the way to Caleb Scott. He does so. Scott controls. Finds Cassio. Given away by Cassio. And Watts looking to play forward. Good ball here to Kevin Doyle. Doyle. Oh, that's a great ball in. And Powers needs to slot that home.
Arizona
Tried to
United
go back across the near post, but maybe the far post was the choice there.
Yeah, Arizona United get a little lucky on that one, John. Super delivery in. Dylan Powers in the right spot. Just didn't get the right connection on the ball to get it on frame. Powers coming up and limping there a little bit, John. Hopefully he'll be all right for the rest of the game.
Trey Mitchell will restart play for United. 27 minutes in here, Kino Grandstand Stadium. Fourth day and final day of the Desert Diamond Cup. Third game of the night. Colorado Rapids up 1-0 on the Arizona Natives, Arizona United. And this is an opportunity for Sam Garza. The ball fell to Garza, but he's not able to get a shot off, and Williams hoofs it out towards Baji. Does a good job of getting ahead on it, and of course Kevin Doyle, a very good hold-up man. Not too happy about dribbling it out of bounds there. That was a NC-17 comment, so we'll just hope you missed that. Tim plays Rooney. Rooney tries to play immediately to Garza, but gives it away. Schubert controls all the way back to McMath. Colorado 1-0 lead is definitely courtesy of McMath. 2 unbelievable saves to deny Arizona United. He's got to feel a little bit hard done here. And a good turn there by Caleb Scott running down the dash and Gashi. Antonez to Scott. And Antonez finds it forward. And Schuberg, again, is winning this aerial matchup. Again, as we talked about in the early game when Minvu struggled against a much taller player, that ball, if you want to go on with it, has to be driven on a line. It can't be floated in there.
I agree with you. And Cortez is a good player. He's got good technical ability. He should be able to get those balls down if they come in at the right height. It's going to be a long night for him if they keep plugging balls up with Schuberg with his height. He's very good in the air, obviously.
The former Blues man at a brace against FC Tucson, powering Arizona United to their 3-1 victory on Wednesday night. Ball played back to Eric Miller. Dominic Baji. All the way out to Mikhail Williams. Wide to Gashi. To Azira. Watts. Baji turning. And Arizona United defending very deep with 9 players here, with only Cortez up at the midfield line. Oh, it's a good ball slipped in. And 2-0 Kevin Doyle. Excellent ball there from Gashi, and he can play the role of distributor and the role of finisher, can he, Guy?
Absolutely. Fantastic delivery there for Gashi, showing good intelligence. You saw the run of Doyle peeling off the back shoulder of the center back of Arizona United, and the kind of finish you'd expect from a guy with his resume. Doyle, one touch, finished in the bottom corner, 2-0 to the Rapids.
Well, 30 minutes in, and Colorado Rapids up 2-0. Starting to assert themselves into this match and doing so successfully. Garza controls, tries to flip it over Williams. Keeps control, though. Rooney stripped out as far as Powers. Powers too far for Gashi. And Rooney, very dynamic playmaker, but too many giveaways. I think Frank Yalb will tell him he's got to connect some more passes. But Casio strips well here, but earns the advantage there. Good call by the referee, I thought.
I will say, John, I think Arizona United a little unlucky to be on the end of this 2-0 result at the moment. They've been playing quite well. I thought they've mixed it up in the first 15 minutes well with the MLS team here. Just two,
I completely concur with you. I mean,
mistake on the corner, and then one bit of class from Gashi, and then quality finish from Doyle's the difference so
Peter
far.
Kelly surging forward, and he's been part of some very good attacks for them. Cortez, it was a good strike and a great block there by Michael Williams, and Cortez got the better of him. Williams is down, trying to get up. And this is unfortunate, but it falls to Peter Kelly. And Kelly, a poor first touch, or he would have been out. Powers not playing it out.
Tell you what, John, I think
plays it out.
Kelly's touch been a
Check on
bit
his
better
teammate.
there. That was a tremendous goal-scoring opportunity, but his touch let him down a little bit. And with that,
And Peter Kelly, in a non-PG fashion, expresses his dismay. And Kelly throws it all the way back in very sporting fashion as it rolls to Zach McMath. 32nd minute here. 1-0 Colorado Rapids. Both starting 11s will remain out there the whole half, I'm sure, and then we'll see some substitutions from both sides as their preseason in Tucson winds down. This is going all the way back to Trey Mitchell. Mitchell, the backup here. Might see Carl Wazinski at the start, and good move there by Peter Kelly. Kelly, minus the terrible goal-scoring finish he had, has been quite excellent. Good chance here for Cassio, lays it to Rooney. Rooney, super clever move there. Drops it back, Gavin to Cassio. Cassio with a good low service, but cut out there by Bobby Burling. Cleared away by Baji, but won by Daniel Antonez. Down to Peter Kelly. Kelly finds Miguel Tim. Cortez looking to flick to Kelly, and Kelly really forging forward here. Good move by Garza, finds Kelly, lays to Garza, and Garza just hits it wide. And Peter Kelly looking more like a number 7 than he is like a number 3 right now, and doing a good job of it.
Yeah, he's getting up and down the field nicely. He's getting into some good positions and making some good, smart passes there. Connected there with Garza. Unfortunately, Garza just couldn't wrap his left foot around that lay off, and it just went wide of the goal, of course. But some good offensive, smart play from Kelly there from the right back position.
Kelly was an absolute stalwart for FC Tucson in the 2014 season. Signed with his hometown team, St. Louis FC, the former Scott Gallagher youth player. And personally, I couldn't be happy to see him get a contract. He was somebody I was pushing very hard for. Frank Yelp. Coach Shantz was doing the same, and we're really glad to see him playing at the USL Pro level again this year, and hopefully in a larger role. Oh no. Kino almost makes a huge error there, but recovers to play it back to Mitchell, who finds Tim. Tim, good run there by the South African. Surging forward, and a class ball here to Chris Cortez. Cortez finds Garza. Garza a bit negative on that touch for my money, but finds Rooney, and Rooney looking to serve in. But Powers handles all the way to Watts. And Baji is off to the races. Tough situation. Caleb Scott caught out a bit here, but a good recovery by Rooney, and he hasn't seen a sliding tackle he doesn't like. He gets enough of a nudge on it to help his team recover.
That's a typical Englishman there, right there. Didn't see a slide tackle he didn't like.
It's a good thing we wore the field earlier, so it's not as dry, because those slide tackles on Arizona fields that aren't at this level can be super, super dodgy. Powers lays it back. Miller, two-man game here with Baji. Cleared out, but only as far as Watts. Watts pings it across. And this is Gashi 1v1 against Peter Kelly. Albanian slips him. Kelly gets back and recovers nicely. Doyle looking to load up, but unable to. Azira drops to Watts. Watts looking across. Good read by Kelly, but a good effort by Gashi. Goal kick, Arizona United. Mitchell plays wide to Antonez. Looking to build out of the back here. United finds Caleb Scott. You can see Gavin dropping in deep into that hole to try to pick that ball up to create some sustained possession guy. And is that the recipe for them to draw Colorado out and be able to break them down?
Well, I think so, John. I mean, Blair is obviously a very, very good technical player, and he wants to be on the ball. Good things will always happen when he's sort of creating things, and it looks like that's what they've asked him to do, to drop a little further deeper than he would normally be playing as that holding six.
Kelly to Tim, and a good turn by Tim there, the South African. Has shown some very clever moments and given away cheaply, though, by the same player. And Gavin picks it up and finds Caleb Scott. Scott surging forward. Good cross in here. Cortez does a good job holding it up. Lays it back to Rooney. And that is definitely a handball. And I really like Rooney from this spot.
He's got to fancy his chances, John, after what he showed us at his first attempt. The guy's got a lovely technique, and he can strike a ball with power from distance. So McGath will have to be on his toes and ready for this one.
Rooney get a little shtick here for being perhaps not quite match fit yet in his trip over from England. But if his fitness improves, I'm telling you, this is a player that's going to make his mark in USL Pro this season.
Very, very good technical ability, great range of passage on, so I agree. I think he could be a very, very good player at this USL level for Arizona United.
Rooney with a great hit and a good save by McMath. But he's hitting the frame, and he's continuing to challenge the keeper.
Another good strike, another good save by McGath, getting across to the post to make the save.
Powers controls. Looking to switch back to, and then forward, Doyle. Doyle, 2 men on him there. Doyle, the benefactor of a beautiful ball in by Gashi. The first goal, Colorado, the benefactor of an own goal by Arizona United on a good corner kick by Dylan Powers. Casio tackles, but Miller controls. Watts looking for Doyle, broken up by Gavin, and Peter Kelly surges forward. Rooney. Rooney back to Trey Mitchell. Out to Antunes. On a great turn by Tim. It's 2 great turns, but the second ball has been letting him down, Guy.
Yeah, it's unfortunately he's getting in some good positions. He's got good technical ability, but you have to make those connecting passes. And if you give the ball away against MLS opposition, you're going to open yourselves up for some trouble.
Guy Bell, clearly disappointed with his quiet fury. All the way back to Ringa. But those turns by Tim are really excellent turns. I mean, they're world-class turns, and the weight of his pass just has to be better there.
No,
but
I agree.
You can see what Frank Yallop likes about him. He's very good in tight spaces.
No, absolutely.
Kelly.
And I think they've got a nice combination with the English lad Rudy, obviously a little different to Mia. And then you obviously have got Blair Gavin with his MLS experience. They have a nice combination of players there with different skill sets, which hopefully will bode well for them as the season progresses.
I have a question you've really got to ask, though. Who is the true 6? Who's the true, defensive-minded player? Is it Gavin? Is it Tim? Rooney seems to be more of attacking-minded, but they've been very interchangeable. But at the same time, I feel like Colorado's midfield has had some good attacking options. So they got to be able to take care of both sides of the ball if this match isn't going to get worse in terms of the defending side of things.
Absolutely, and that specialist position as that holding 6 has become so important in the way that the game is going these days. And so it'll be something for Coach Yallop to sort out, to see who's going to have those defensive responsibilities as the season progresses.
Miller tries to find Baji. It's knocked out of bounds by Caleb Scott. 41st minute here. Kino Grandstand Stadium. Desert Diamond Cup here. 2-0 Colorado Rapids here in this final day consolation match. But a very important match for both teams' preparation. Colorado looking forward to their season opener. Arizona United, still a bit of preseason left for them, but a great challenge for them and an opportunity to see where their players are and see which trialists deserve to be kept. Good job there by Peter Kelly to chest that back to Trey Mitchell. Mitchell blasts it all the way over to Tony Casio. Miller heads it only as far as Cortez, but a good win there by Schuberg, finding a 0 with his head. Zira, Watts. Baji lays it off, but stolen by Rooney. Rooney, nice bit of skill there. Cortez, good ball, and Garza almost gets him. McMath chases out, but manages to hold it in the box. And yikes, Guy.
Yes, indeed. McGath using every inch of the 18-yard box there, just keeping the ball inside the area. Kept hold of it and kept possession.
Good ball there
managed to
out
secure
of the
the ball.
back. Powers in the zero. The zero finding Watts. Back in. Mikhail Williams is off to the races. His guards are covering for Peter Kelly here nicely. Good far post service and a good challenge there, and always dangerous in the air is Kevin Doyle of English Premiership fame.
Yeah, Doyle's a sniffer in the box, John. He takes up really, really good, intelligent positions, always anticipating, and a decent cross in from the left back, Williams.
Former Bolton man?
I believe he played for Southampton and Reading.
I'll take English Premiership mistakes for 200, Guy. Guy, thank you for the correction there. Kelly chops Gashi. Interesting matchup between Peter Kelly and Gashi. Laid off by Casio to Tim. Caleb Scott with some space in front of him. And Scott gives it away. And Doyle turning. Loads of time here. Finds Powers. And the game's a bit stressed right now. Williams back to Schuberg. Schuberg finds a zero. Maybe a minute of injury time, Guy? What are we,
yes.
What are we thinking?
Yeah, we're late, middle of the 44th minute here. I don't think there'll be a ton, but maybe a minute or two added on by the referee here at the end of the first half.
Watts with a ball boy there, but Cortez not able to take advantage of it. And Colorado very happy to step out of the half here with a 2-0 lead as they're playing it around in their back half. Arizona United choosing not to come out of there. And again, part of this can be because they're not at match fitness level that they want to be at yet, which is going to take some time. Powers back to zero. And no injury time in the preseason, I guess. And that will be all for the first half here from Kino Grandstand Stadium. And at that half, the score here, Colorado Rapids 2, Arizona United 0. Thoughts on the first half, Guy? Take us through it.
Yes, I thought it was a good competitive half. Arizona United started very well, mixing it up with the MLS team here. But really just those better quality connecting passes in midfield, and then that one bit of quality from Gashi to Doyle was the difference in the game so far, and that's where we're at as a 2-0 result at the moment, with Colorado leading this game. But deservedly leading the game, I think 2-0 at the half.
Okay, we'll be back with you in about 10 minutes after halftime. Now it's time to use the bathroom and refill yourself up if you're at home, or get down here for the second half of the final. Tickets still available. We'll be right back. Getting set here for the kickoff of the second half. If we see changes, we're going to make sure we inform you of those changes as quickly as possible. Obviously, for Colorado heading into the first game of the season, Guy, 65, 70 minutes most likely on the docket here.
Yeah, I'd anticipate that Coach Masciani will play his starters for a good portion of today, anywhere from 70 to 90 minutes for most of the starting 11, I'd imagine, who will probably take the field next week in the MLS opener. For Arizona United, I'd like to see these guys now maybe mix it up a little bit. Some more balls into feet to the forwards and see if they can create something with the midfielders linking play and coming into the attacking half of the field.
Looks like United comes back out with Nick Costa taking over for Caleb Scott at the left back position. Nick Costa, the Long Island man. 5'7", 123 pounds, soaking wet, Guy Bell.
Yes,
what a good set of feet on this character.
The kid can play, though, John. I can tell you, he's got super clean feet. Very technically gifted, very smart player. And for what he lacks in physical size, he makes up for with his technical ability and his soccer brain.
Former Cosmos man, setting here to make his debut against an MLS side. Sure needs to be an exciting moment. Everyone else looks like the same as I'm bringing my eyes across the field here. If you're just joining us, start of the second half here, final day of the Desert Diamond Cup, Tucson, Arizona. Gorgeous night, grandstand field, 2-0. Colorado Rapids over Arizona United. MLS versus USL Pro here. And it should be an exciting second half. There are lots of goal-scoring chances. Again, Luke Rooney early in the first half denied by a tip and a crossbar. Zach McMath doing a good job of getting a hand on it. 1v1 in again for Tony Cassio and was unable to slot it under the foot of Zach McMath. And then the other way, corner kick for Dylan Powers. Own goal in. Put the Colorado Rapids up 1-0. And then the second goal, a good run by Kevin Doyle across, and his ball slipped in by Gashi, and we find ourselves at 2-0 here. Looks like the referees are slow to get out. And we're off. Schuberg snaps it into Williams. Peter Kelly wins a strong header, but only as far as Kevin Doyle. Doyle wide and Miller. Right back surges forward and a fall. Oh, and Antonez fell down before the dummy by Gashi. And if Gashi had just taken the first touch inside, he would have been in clear. Costa driving forward. Costa not afraid to get forward. Very good feet. And welcome to the game, Nick Costa. Good tackle there by Eric Miller. Costa trying to hold Baji off. Does so. Gavin. That's off of Baji, according to the referee. And just if you're not watching the final, Teal Bunbury scoring a goal in the 21st minute to put the New England Revolution up 1-0 against the Columbus Crew. Ball out to Kelly. Kelly falling over. Getting a spike caught and a good ball again. The range of passing shown here. A good run by Nick Costa and earns the corner kick.
Quick corner from Arizona United here, John.
Good ball here. Casio headed down. Cortez looking for the pen, but a foul is committed by number 18, Peter Kelly. Julian Ringhoff out, and Brock Granger is in. The former Louisville man will take over as the right center back. McMath plays out to Schuberg. Schuberg nails it forward, and it's brought down, but taken away there by Daniel Antonez. Ball's out of bounds, and it looks like Williams will take this throw in for the Colorado Rapids. 2-0 is the unsafest lead in soccer, I've been told. And in that gives United eternal hope, Guy Bell.
Absolutely, John. They've just got to keep back to playing smart soccer, trying to use the quality and the technical ability of their players to build from the midfield. And hopefully they'll get one or two chances here running at the back
Cassio looking
four.
to take on his former teammate, Bobby Burling. Out to Rooney. Tim turning. Rooney diving, twisting. Good spell of possession here by Arizona United. And Rooney just a bit too hard for Nick Costa.
It's a good idea though, John. Costa made that overlapping run, and the ball would have been there if it was just a little overhit by Rooney.
Baji surges forward. Costa with a foul.
Costa a little unlucky there, John. He tried to make a play on the ball, but he took the man at the same time. Ref called the foul. So now it's going to be a free kick, Colorado. Gashi looks like he's stepping over the ball here on the right sideline, and this could be a dangerous delivery here. And the ball comes in. It's a good whip ball in. Trey Mitchell out with a heavy punch, and looks like Arizona have cleared the danger. Solid goalkeeper
looking to play quickly. Decides better of it. Gives it to Michael Williams. Williams and Baji playing together here. Jared Watts to Powers. Schubert pings a good ball here to Eric Miller. Miller's first touch, I think, let him down a bit there, but able to force a clearance by Nick Costa. Miller to Gashi. Gashi out to Watts. Watts 1-2. The Powers is cut out. And Cortez finally earning the foul he had so badly wanted in that first half. As of course on this stream, as we're always teaming with professionalism, myself and Guy Bell have been unable to acquire food for periods of time, so we might be switching off a bit on the play-by-play duties. The intern staff of FC Tucson has come to the rescue, and hopefully we'll be able to get with this broadcast without anyone passing out or going into a diabetic coma. Good ball out here to Gashi, and he's off to the races as Baji was before. Good little ball in here to Dylan Powers. Powers turning. Good feet. Oh, and it switched, but a good header there by Peter Kelly to clear as far as Luke Rooney. Cortez turns Schuberg. And Cortez is able to get to that ball on a great turn. Looking to get in the area here. Schuberg tracking, Burling stepping in, Cortez. Cortez still within. Finally, the efforts of Michael Williams are rewarded. And it's back out through Zach Watts. Kevin Doyle. Drops to Michael Azira. Across to Burling. Pinged out, but won by Peter Kelly. Second ball won there by Kevin Doyle. Kelly with another good tackle. Doyle manages to retain possession. A heavy touch there by Rooney. It comes out in his favor. Tim to Antonez, all the way back to Trey Mitchell. Nick Costa being pressed here by Eric Miller. Costa handles well. Antonez spinning 3 versus 1, now 3 versus 2. Costa refusing to just hoof it down the line as pays the price here. But Peter Kelly to the rescue. But only as far as Gashu turns. Just wide. There was a calamity of errors back there for Arizona United.
I have to say, John, Coach Yallop will not be happy with that sequence of events. Some poor decisions being made there. Arizona United had the chance to clear that ball, and for some reason they didn't, and they brought themselves under pressure, gave the ball away, and that could have been a third goal for Colorado Rapids there. Luckily for the United, the ball went wide of the goal, and now we're going to have a goal kick after it appears Jared Watts is on the ground with a little bit of cramp at the moment, so we have a slight break in the game at the second.
Watts to his feet, walking off with the trainer. I see Marlon Hairston up there. Maybe he's the choice here in the central mid. Hairston's checking in. And that might be the end of the day for Jared Watts. 54th minute here, Kino Grandstand Stadium. John Perlman alongside Guy Bell. As the Welshman enjoys pizza, we're enjoying this game. 2-0 Colorado Rapids over Arizona United. A little pressure here from Colorado as Antonez chooses to clear his line. And a good flick on here, but directly to Bobby Burling as Rooney surges forward to press Zach McMath, and McMath hits a line drive, which is handled well by Michael Azira. Oh, Azira falls, and again, the traction on this field is a little bit difficult for some of the players here. Oh, a great ball through into Dominic Baji. Baji with time. And a good recovery there by Antonez. And it was a class ball there by Azir, waiting for the left back to cheat out towards Baji, and then slipping it in between him and the center back.
Yeah, beautifully weighted pass by Ariza there. Split the two defenders and put his teammate in behind. Luckily for Arizona United, they recovered enough to get a foot on the ball, and then ball's out for a corner. Gashi right now with the corner. Ball comes in. Good ball to the far post. Keeper out, and a foul on the goalkeeper.
Good challenge by Mitchell, and I'll tell you, for an undersized keeper, he's done very well on the crosses, very aggressive.
No, I agree. He's physically held his own in there, and he's made some really nice plays for Arizona, and has snuffed out some dangerous situations for the team. Rooney with the ball, and Schoberg with the header. And this is Hairston to Ariza. Ariza, good ball out. But good pressure from
Hairston looking
Gaza.
like he's playing next to Azira. Schuberg stands in front of Cortez. Cortez looks like he's hurt his back, or his hip, or Schuberg has just hurt his feelings.
Or perhaps both.
Could be a combination of all three. Number 27 in now as a replacement. It's Brandon Schwartzentruber, who was helping FC Tucson out and was the goal scorer against the Portland Timbers in their 1-0 victory. Now with AZ United, which he was previously with as a trialist. See if he can't latch onto the team again. Very fast. Again, a fox in the box. Guy who scores goals. Put in the gosh, a good ball there and a great ball snapped in by Dylan Powers. Can Miller get there? He can. Miller. Ball in, Trey Mitchell coming to the far post, and another good job by Trey Mitchell.
Tremendous ball from Dylan Powers there, though. Really, really lovely weight, and good run by Miller, and a good service in from the side.
Tim back to Granger, all the way back. And Mitchell hoofs it forward. But again, we know how that story ends with Axel Schuberg. Ooh, heavy challenge there by Schuberg. Leaves his feet, and although he got mostly ball there, in the preseason, the referee's going to be none too happy about that. And I think not I think in this situation, it's the right decision. Not to give a card, but to let him know, hey, we don't need to have that here. And Schuberg acknowledges that, and out to Miller, and a great touch by Powers. And this is going to be an important challenge, and Brock Granger does the job.
Colorado with possession. Driving into the box. And a good clearance there by Nick Costa for Arizona United. Colorado continue to keep possession. They're slowly beginning to dominate this game. Ariza with the ball out to Marlon Hairston. Hairston back into Powers, back to Ariza. Ariza back to Gashu's, dropped in back into the hole. Ariza moves away from Rooney with ease. And a great
Azier with a great ball through here. Can Williams get there? He can, but cleared away by Granger. Out to Garza. Schwarzenegger looking to stretch and does a good job of holding that ball up. Out to Rooney. Rooney swings it. Garza looking to penetrate. Rooney toe pokes it back to Miguel Tim, South African. Oh, and the foul there by Marlon Hairston. Harrison with the through ball to Mitchell to prevent the quick free kick. And it looks like this is the skating line or perhaps the checking line here, as it's a full hockey change here for Coach Frank Yallop.
Yes, it looks like we've got multiple guys coming on here, John.
Jordan Stagmiller enters the goal here for Arizona United, and as soon as I get the rest of these changes, I'll get them out to you as quick as I can. As quickly as I can put numbers with players. Spencer Johnson, number 17, checks in. Number 10, Chiva Cuevas checks in as well. Number 15, Gibson Bardsley checks in the midfield as well. And number 28, diminutive right back who had such a good game against FC Tucson, was checked in as well. And as soon as I get his name, I'll get that out to you. Yeah, Damian Rosales. So Rosales on. Costa getting some quick instructions, it looks like, from Frank Yallop as well. Ball served by Chiva Cuevas. Brought down by Marlon Harrison. Harrison looking to play on the ground, but cut out there by Brock Granger. Jamel Cox on the ball, the former Burlingame Dragon PDL player and Sounders U23 player. Very quick. What you're seeing is a lot of the lineup that featured against FC Tucson. Bardsley in the central with Chiva Cuevas and Spencer Johnson. As soon as I can figure out who's on the right side of the attack, they're pressing the ball here. I'm going to let you know. Driven away here by Zach McMath. Good challenge there by Kevin Doyle. And Dominic Baji's in. Baji with a vicious lash, but wider than near post. Jordan Stagmero looked like he had that covered.
Yeah, good pressure from Rosales there. Just did enough to put him off John, and then obviously didn't quite get the correct connection on the ball. Ball flashed past the right-hand post. Goal kick, Arizona United.
Sorry, Scotty Morrison there in the middle. That's not Gibson Bardsley. Scotty Morrison alongside Spencer Johnson is the DCM position. Morrison wins it. The Scotsman slips immediately. Ball's down, chasing Dylan Powers. Out to Michael Azira. Azira chips it in. Stagmiller out and punished. Goal. Shakel Jingashi. Goal and assist for him tonight. Good finish and a little bit too easy for my money. Stagmiller couldn't make his mind whether the goal will stay, but still. Ball's played behind Nick Costa, and in it goes very quickly.
I agree. Little bit of indecision there on the goalkeeper's part, but you have to give Gashi credit. He took the finish very, very well. Didn't overhit it, just placed it side-footed underneath the goalkeeper. Quality finish from an unfortunate turnover from Morrison, who slipped on the turf. And then Colorado broke and scored the third goal.
It's always difficult when you come into the match cold. That many players trying to get in a rhythm with each other. Tommy Williams maybe caught a bit out high, you know, and these things happen. But preseason's for learning these lessons here. And cut out. Scotty Morrison gives it away. Eric Miller steps in. So you've got Colorado Stars. Their heart rates are up. They're well into the game, and the Arizona United guys got to come off the bench and be ready to go. And so far, it's been a little bit of a struggle since the changes have been made.
Yeah, it's not easy to do, John, but these guys have got to get up the pace and got to get competitive as soon as they can in the game.
Cuevas controls. He gives it away to Hairston. Azira, Gashi, Powers. Back to Gashi. Gashi drops his shoulder and turns.
I have to say, John, Colorado looking like they're in the mood right now. Some really nice combination play.
Good hold up there by Dylan Powers, and a good ball play behind. Miller serves the far post, and a great recovery there by Damian Rosales. That's an easy tap in for Kevin Doyle. Burling wins it. And right now, Colorado is all over Arizona United. And Rosales with a jumping header. Can Stagmiller get there? Looks like he can. Stagmiller, the former Sereno player, Phoenix native, looking to try to catch on here as possibly a number 3 goalkeeper. Tommy Williams looking to play out, drives it forward. Diagonal ball here, offsides. And that is number 23 on the wide there. I'm going to check my numbers. It's been hard to see that number. That is Gibson Bardsley in the forward position. Apologize for the delay on that. Azira carries. Finds Doyle. And what you're seeing is a similar situation you saw with Swope against FC Tucson, where the strikers are now coming out of their position. So Doyle's coming out to pick that ball up deep with nobody on him. He's able to pick his head up, check the wind, and then play the ball he wants to play in. Arizona United's got to have one of their center backs follow him out there, because it's just a little bit too easy right now. Foul there on Azira, crushing Chiva Cuevas, and a yellow card is definitely deserved. Spencer Johnson looking to play quick. The referee's writing the number in his book and tells him to take it back again. Good driven ball here to Damian Rosales with a great first touch. Rosales drops back to Scotty Morrison's powerful left foot. Finds Spencer Johnson again. This is a good Sequence here, Costa looking to dribble and carry. Sorry, Jamel Cox there. Costa wide, and Cox commits the foul.
It's a bad decision by Cox. Costa make a great overlapping run. I believe he should have given it to him, and then he could have perhaps got a cross in. Instead, he cut inside into 3 defenders, lost possession, and then fouled the Colorado Rapids player.
All of you watching out there in YouTube land, we appreciate you joining us tonight. Guy Bell alongside John Perlman here. 66th minute, Colorado Rapids 3, Arizona United 0. Fourth and final day of the Desert Diamond Cup, and what a MLS preseason it has been in Tucson. So many good games, so many fantastic goals scored. As far as I know, this is a good opportunity here, and Chiva Cuevas is going to be seeing that opportunity in his dreams. No, let me say his nightmares. Guy Bell,
yes.
What happened on that play?
Well, John, is a great driving run towards the middle of the Colorado box. A nice pass that got past the center defender. Cuevas was right there. Really, what was a very, very good opportunity, and he just couldn't get his foot around it, and he put the ball wide of the goal. Should have scored.
Good tackle by Michael Azier after a good step by Tommy Williams, but they couldn't hold on to the ball. All the way back to Bobby Burling, the former LMU Lion, dropping it to Zach McMath. Former U17 national keeper for the United States, former Philly Union man, Colorado #1, but for how long, no one can say, with the impending arrival, potentially, of one of the greats in U.S. soccer history, Tim Howard. Ball's cleared away, and Nick Costa will look to restart it for Arizona United.
So as a throw-in, Colorado Rapids, Doyle, the ball played down the line, and center back from Arizona United put the ball out of play. So we have Eric Miller with the throw. Tabaji, who's marshaled out of bounds by 2 Arizona United players. Nick Costa with the throw-in.
Costa finds Schwarzenegger. And Dylan Powers takes it right off his poor first touch. Gashi and Powers, and like I said, these combinations are going to be vital. Williams runs it out to his own bench. And like I said, it'll be interesting to see how long Pablo Mastroeni thinks the factor of diminishing returns comes in. Sure, you want to get the minutes and make sure players are match fit and have a rhythm with each other, but you wouldn't want to take an injury here in a 3-0 game against USL Pro side Arizona United, especially to someone as important to your season as Dylan Powers or Agashi or, frankly, any of the starters that are in right now.
Yes, I agree, John. It's going to be a decision that the coaching staff will have to make, of course.
Good flick on there by Doyle. Gibson Bardsley works all the way back to knock that out of bounds. And Marlon Hairston came on for Zach Watts, who took a knock. I don't think it's anything too serious, but precautionarily, he's been removed. Baji, a little bit too high. Trey Mitchell looks to roll out to Spencer Johnson. Johnson to Nick Costa. Williams to Costa. Costa. A little bit too much from Costa there. Johnson looking to win it back, as is Morrison. Good win by Johnson. He's done a good job in the middle for me.
Yeah, he's had a good
Cuevas
game.
not being able to hold on to that, though, but given away just as cheaply by Colorado. Good touch there by Schwarzenegger. Oh, tried to play the reverse ball to Jamel Cox, but it's stolen by Cuevas. And this is a calamity of errors here. Calling out to Cuevas. Bardsley all the way to a dashing Brock Ranger.
Magnificent hair, Brock Ranger.
Yeah, he does. It's Well, that's the
flowing.
Hawaiian, you know. There's a lot of natural, probably coconut oils in there, and imagine some berries and juices might be involved. And Brock Granger, maybe on our all-hair team for this tournament, along with, obviously, it goes without saying, Kyle Beckerman. Jared Watts, I think, has done a good job with his hair. And
not forgetting Marlon
we're trying to fill out
here.
that list as the match goes on, see if we can pick out some other favorite hairstyles. Oh, my God, Marlon Harrison not in the right spot there. And Schwarzenegger's off to the races.
Great ball.
Can they pull within 2-1 here? Guy, any thoughts on that finish?
Well, it was rushed. He was hurried. He didn't get good connection on the ball, and quite frankly, it was a very, very poor effort on goal. And it was another really, really decent goal-scoring chance. And Arizona United, they're going to rue that.
Should United be winning? I don't think so. Should they have some goals tonight? Absolutely.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. They've created enough to have got on get on the score sheet, and they just haven't taken those chances, especially in the second half.
I'd like to thank Steve Tritchu, head coach of Colorado Springs, who's out there in YouTube land watching the game. He says I should be yelling more. I always appreciate constructive criticism from the former national team man. And, of course, my phone is always in front of me. If any of you have anything else you want to tell me about my announcing, I receive these constructive criticisms with open arms, as I am new to the mic position. Johnson gives it away. Baji holds up and does a good job of finding Azira. Azira fell from behind on Johnson, but no call there, so no foul. Cuevas, a little bit sloppy. And Jamel Cox is the victim of a poor ball. Good turn there by Azira. Harrison looking to play out. Gosh, he gives it away, though. Jamel Cox finds Cuevas. Through to Scotty Morrison, who plays Damian Rosales, surging forward on the right side. Rosales to Bardsley, a great run here. McMath comes out of his box and does a great job of cleaning that mess up.
That was a nice move from Arizona United. Good 1-2. Rosales driving into the box. Almost got on the end of that. But in the end,
sprinting back to recover.
In the end, a good save by McMath.
Cuts Doyle's legs out from him. It looks like Gashi's taking up a little bit higher central position here at times. And Doyle's floating out to the left. And, you know, that's a function of Mastriani trying to find out how interchangeable these strikers are and what's the best combination, Guy.
Yeah, listen, I think these are both guys that have played at a very, very high level. It's good coaching by Mastriani in terms of checking to see what they can do. And if they can move around and find other spots on the field, then that should perhaps open up more space and more opportunities for them as they try to move forward and create opportunities.
As you can see on your screen, Dylan Powers now finds himself in the high position as Gashi has come back to pick up the ball. A lot of fluid movement here. And again, that's wonderful when you're going forward. When you lose the ball, players need to know what roles they're fulfilling, and so that the dangerous counterattacks, which have happened by Arizona United, aren't as frequent, because some of the finishes that haven't happened are going to happen on Saturday against a more seasoned MLS side. '75th minute here, Kino Grandstand Stadium. Colorado Rapids comfortably in front here, 3-0. Arizona United trying to get some work in and maybe a consolation prize of a goal or two as Rosales launches it forward towards Schwarzenegger. And Schuberg, whose head has been the major factor here in the Colorado defense, wins it, but Arizona United controls. Some quality interplay, some good balls here by Arizona United. Final third has really let them down.
Yeah, I agree with that, John, but they haven't quit. They're still
Cox
working
to
very
Costa.
hard.
Costa moving the ball. Williams back out. Your center back overlapping. I'm not sure that that's what Frank Yalp had on the docket. And Williams makes a jog of shame back to his center back position. Eric Miller handling that ball like it's his own baby, cleaning it off, throwing it forward. And Doyle volleying the ball violently into our announcing table.
Luckily, we saved the bottles of water, John, so we're all good.
I felt safe with you protecting me, Guy. Hairston's been a bit shaky from him since coming on. Substitute here. And Burling has seen his evening come to a close. As soon as we get the change here, we're going to let you know who that is. And the center back position, and who's that being occupied by? Marlon Hairston right now. I thought maybe the change would be Miller would go to the center back position. In the confusion here, Ken Cosmos, ooh. Costa might have done well to throw himself over some legs there, but a good little bit of interplay, but results in only a goal kick. Hairston perhaps moving to the right back here. Don't know. Looks like he's in the center back with actual Schuberg. That's a confident coach there, and Paulo Mastroianni as Owen Hairston. I don't know of any time where he's taken reps at that position. Attacking player for Louisville in college, mostly been central or wide midfield here at the pro level. Doyle beaten by Williams on a good win by Williams. And you never know, Mastroianni could be working on three at the back right now. Looks like Dylan Powers has dropped into that center back position. You know, looking at situations when you're down a goal, you can still work on these game parts. And Appia looking to get forward.
Good stick there by Nicky Costa. Throw into the Colorado Rapids. Eric Miller with the ball.
So what does it look like to you? Three at the back here?
It appears that
Looks
way.
like three at the back here to me.
Yeah, it appears that way. Ariza still
Oh no, look,
sitting as the
Harrison's
six.
really playing center back. News to everyone here. Harrison to Schuberg. And Schuberg deposits it in the Desert Diamond Cup pad track. Controlled by Schwarzenegger. Rosales, who I just like a lot. Maybe I have a thing for the small guy, but I mean, I think he's done a good job at everything he's done. Getting forward, keeping the ball, and I think that's a player that's going to find himself with a contract.
Yeah, I agree with you, John. Very, very.
And I think he is actually under contract if I see now. See, I'm smart enough to know who's going to get a contract when I already know they have a contract. This ball's through, and this is trouble. Granger trying to chase Doyle down. Doyle with an early ball. Baji can't get there, but only as far as Azira. And Azira heads it harmlessly to Jordan Stagmiller. Heading towards the 80th minute here. Kino Grandstand Stadium. Final 10 minutes here of this third of four preseason matches. Final day Desert Diamond Cup. Colorado Rapids 3, Arizona United 0. Colorado Rapids looking to recover from their loss to Swope Park and deal a blow to the USL Pros efforts to go undefeated in the Desert Diamond Cup here. This is trouble, but a good toe poke there by Granger, who seems never flustered. Good ball here from Tommy Williams, but cut out well by Mikhail Williams. Controlled by Schwarzenegger. Drives it wide here to Rosales. Rosales cutting in the form of Timbers two-man. Looking for the 1-2 there. Can Doyle get here first? He cannot. All the way back to Williams. Williams finds Costa. Costa serves a great ball in here. And a poor touch by what looks like Chiva Cuevas. And Chiva Cuevas has had a couple of opportunities that he'd like to have back. Good service there, but Jamel Cox no match for the outstretched arms of one Zach McMath.
Good few moments here for Arizona United. Great ball from Costa, of course. Man, it's a nothing in the end, but Arizona United still plugging away, still trying to create things, still trying to get balls wide and into the box to see if they can get on the score sheet.
McMath drives it forward. Baji challenges, but won by Spencer Johnson, who's been very steady in the central here. Cuevas is a good job. Good job by Morrison. Some really good interplay here from Arizona United. Gibson Bardsley looking to turn the corner. A good block, but a good sequence from the Arizona United midfield.
Yeah, it's a very, very good set of passes there. Good combination plays. Ball moved with pace to feet out wide. And they've got a corner here. Let's see if Arizona can make something out of this opportunity.
Chiva Cuevas on the corner here again. A couple players lurking on the top of the box. But again, you're thinking Tommy Williams, but any corner kick that isn't near post is going to be tough to deal with Axel Schuberg. But that time, it was Mikael Williams on the win, or was that Appia? I think that was Baji, actually. Good job by Dominic Baji coming back to win that. Rosales throwing to a sprinting Spencer Johnson. He slides, tries to win it, but only as far as Mikael Williams. Dylan Powers. Powers with a beautiful bit of footwork there. Maradona, as we call it, made famous by a player named Maradona. I don't know if you youngsters out there ever heard of that player, because all you guys do is watch YouTube clips right now of Cristiano Ronaldo, but Diego Maradona, tremendous Argentinian player, one of the greats of all time. And Dylan Powers executed that move to perfection. Powers Dagashi. That was my old man rant for the night. Now that's completed. Mikael Williams on the ball. Swings it back to Michael Azira. All the way back to Axel Schuberg. Schuberg. And Azira controlling. And Colorado Rapids very happy to see this game out here. And Arizona United, for all their efforts, look like their second group is also running a bit out of gas. Powers to Gashi. Gashi slashes it forward. Good ball, but a poor touch there by Mikael Williams. You can see how far the outside backs are up the field, giving little respect to the Arizona United counterattack. Eric Miller, Mikael Williams, right almost up as they've pushed the outside players inside. So you can see Gashi and Baji inside to well ahead of them, but the outside backs flowing through, and that's tough to match up. But if you can get that ball and hold it up, guy, it's danger, and this is an opportunity here.
Absolutely.
Jamel Cox gets forward, but is not able to hold it up. Heads it straight back to Zach McMath, who will hold the ball at his feet. Ball out to Eric Miller. Coming on the 85th minute here, Tucson, Arizona, 3-0 Colorado Rapids over Arizona United. Both teams seeing their end of their Tucson phase of their preseason. For the Rapids, it's back home and opening game next Saturday. For Arizona United, it's a bit more work in the Valley of the Sun before they start their USL Pro campaign. Schuberg finds Mikael Williams. Bardsley pressures and maybe gets a piece of Williams, and free kick is called. Uh, 86 minute. Short conversation there with Eric Miller, the former Montreal Impact man. Looking to finish up strong here. Hairston carries forward. And Miller, a beautiful ball here by Harrison, but Tommy Williams does a good job of reading that in the recovery, and a nice job there, sliding in to make that challenge.
Yeah, it's a nice weighted ball from Hairston there, split the defenders, but good recovery and tackle by the center back.
So the starters, for the most part, a full 90 here, Guy. Given away there by Powers, Chiva Cuevas. Granger with a tough ball in the middle there for Schwartz and Druber. Tough when your number 9 tries to flick onto somebody when you're the number 9. I've always said that. And Cuevas is playing underneath him but wasn't in position there. And a good ball here by Schuberg, but Salas does a good job again reading that beautifully and heading back to Jordan Stagmiller, who goes long and high towards Hairston, the makeshift center back. Brought down well by Schwarzenegger, and Cox is surging forward, finding a dashing Rosales on the wide side. Rosales looking to serve early. Bends the ball into near post, but again, the Marquette man, Axel Schuberg, loves those aerial services. Great ball, and another huge opportunity. And Gibson Bardsley heads wide and expresses his discontent with his effort, Guy.
Yeah, that was a clear open header right there again, John. Another good ball in from the right-hand side. And just didn't get any clean contact on the ball. And unfortunately, the chance goes begging.
Powers out to Zira. Zira driving a little too far for Williams. Does a nice job to get a head on it, but played back well by Rosales again. Stagmo looking to get some power, steps back, drives it. Williams wins again. So that was Baji on that challenge. The foul is called and Bardsley puts it down. Well, definitely an entertaining match, Guy. Plenty of chances. 3 goals. Could have been way more than that. Maybe we still got one in the box here.
Yeah, I agree. It's been a very entertaining match, John. The USL team, Arizona United, have put in a good account of themselves this evening. Just a little bit of difference in quality in the front three has been the difference here for Colorado. The interchange and the combination plays just a little too good for Arizona at times. And here we are, 3-0. But Arizona United still working hard in the 88th minute here, trying to get on the score sheet.
Powers finds Azira as Colorado looks to close out their preseason with a victory. Schuberg wide to Harrison. Harrison away from Azira. Spencer Johnson, Scotty Morrison. Cuevas gets a little bit of a foot in to deflect that, and it rolls all the way back to Tommy Williams. No injury time expected here for me. Preseason match, it seems like that's the route they've gone. So United's going to have to work fast if they're going to pull anything away from this match in terms of a note on the scoreboard. Good step by Miller. Gashi. The Albanian for me, man of the match.
Yeah, class, John.
Goal and assist.
Yeah, very, very quality. You can see the quality all over the place with the way he moves, the way he touches the ball. And
you can see why he was banging in goals in the Swiss Super League.
Absolutely. And then tonight you saw his movement, I thought was outstanding. And then with the goal and the assist, I think he could be a good signing for Colorado if he keeps this up once he gets his legs underneath him in the MLS season.
Final 30 seconds here, Kino Grandstand Stadium. Colorado Rapids will be walking out of Tucson victorious, without any major injuries, and feeling pretty good about this effort on the attacking side. Still some things in the back, I think, that Mastroeni has to address, but you know, there's certainly got some danger on this team.
Yeah, I agree. The combination play at times was very impressive, and well worth the victory tonight, John.
And that's going to do it here. A quick conclusion as I'm making my way over to the final. For Guy Bell, I'm John Perlman. 3-0 Colorado Rapids over Arizona United. Thank you for joining us this whole preseason. We look forward to seeing you next winter. Have a great night and enjoy both great USL Pro and MLS seasons this year. Once again, John Perlman for Guy Bell. Thank you and good night.